In the Pit Radio.
From Transylvania County, deep in the heart of Flair country, your Fuzz Lords. What's up, Anders?
Woo!
Woo! What's going on, man?
What's going on? Oh, man, you know. Just getting ready to go, so I do some laundry, getting ready to leave here in a minute. Leaving on a jet plane.
Leaving.
Right. That's right. How you doing? How's the show? How's everything going with the show?
It's going good, man. And people are going crazy over Under Satan's Son. I told you, people are leaving me voice messages, messaging the Facebook page, how our buddy's going to stir us and sift us as wheat because of the title. It's fucking awesome. People haven't even heard the album, and you're pissing the right wing off.
Yeah, that's why I like that reaction. That's a good reaction.
Dude.
Yeah,
I thanked him.
You heard it, right? You listened to it.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that was a great review you wrote.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and it was a great album you did.
Thank you.
And we were talking a little. I don't know if you want to tell everybody, but tell everybody like the inspiration behind that album, because Spiritual Relics hasn't even been out a year, and you already got a brand new sucker out there for everybody.
Yeah, it was. I think. It was a combination of things, but I think we were booked to do the Phil Anselmo's Housecore Horror Film Festival. Corey Mitchell invited us down to play, and it was just a really awesome time. And Halloween was in the air. And as soon as I got back from that gig, it's just Inspirato hit, and all those songs was kind of poured out over like a week, and I started Halloween after I got back, and I finished the mixes and everything New Year's Day. So yeah, it came pretty quick.
You guys are like the hardest working band in the business, man.
Those are the best kinds, the ones that come quick. If you got to work on it forever, and usually it's shit. If you have to force, the songs and if the song doesn't work out fast, you usually should just delete that one, because it's probably not going to ever turn out to be very good. Right.
And there's nothing that you guys have put out that's crap. You guys, man, I'm telling you, I can't sing your praises high enough, man. And people are digging it, and you're starting to get like that fucking cult-like following. It's badass, man. So keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. Yeah, we got to get up there to where you're at and play at some point.
Hell yeah, well, if you're anywhere near here, we're there, man. We're bringing the cheap wine and everything, dude. So we're going to get fucked up and rock out.
Yeah, well, that's what the plan is. We're just going to do the Europe thing, and then the people are working on a U.S. tour, so hopefully we'll know something soon on when we'll be up there your way. That's
killers. The sooner the better. Anders, it's no secret you've been like, the solo stuff you put out has been more of the goth style. Have fans of what you've done previously, have they migrated toward the Hammers, man? Are they digging it too, or are they like weirded out by it?
I think it's I don't know. I don't know. I confuse the hell out of people because I'm just always doing different things, and but yeah, I think a lot of them have. It's hard for me to really tell, until we get out there and start playing and see who shows up. But I mean, it seems like a lot of those people have, but it is kind of a different world, So we'll see.
And for sure,
to me, it's the same shit. I mean, it's not too far from what I was already doing. I just I took out the synthesizers and put in the fuzz guitars, But I live, synthesizers are just big where we like, that kind of, because I live just like a half hour from the Moog factory where the synthesizer was invented. And so it's just kind of in our culture here to trip out on synthesizers and just nerd out on these things because, like, Bob Moog is from right here, so.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Music to get wasted and worship Satan to. I can't
That's
talk.
right.
You get me all fucking fired up, man. But seriously, dude, that album's a 20 out of 10, and anybody that fucking disagrees with that, I'll fight you to the death. You can dip your fucking hands in glass and we'll throw down, man.
Oh man, hey, it's whatever. Not everybody likes Black Sabbath, you know what I'm saying? So, or the people, it's subjective music is, and that's okay. If I don't like it, I don't care. I just write songs that I like, because at the end of the day, I gotta live with these songs, and if it doesn't move me, I'm not gonna put it out. It's all about what I like, and then I figure if I it, then somebody else might like it too. So, but I just got to be true to what I like first, and
the rest will follow.
That's what I think,
And
but
not only
I hear
that,
some guys saying, "I'm going to write this album. The fans are going to like this album. I'm going to write this album for the fans. I'm going to write this." And that's cool to write, but you also got to be true to yourself, because, you got to live with those songs,
At the end of the day, you got to answer to you.
That's right.
Now, you guys played up in New York City last week at St. Vitus Bar, and I've seen some of the clips, and god damn, dude, the people of Europe, get your fucking ass ready, man, because it's getting kicked. We've been rehearsing. My band lives like 5 hours from me, so we have to meet in the middle and rehearse. We've been rehearsing like crazy, and so I think we'll be pretty tight by the time we get there. But we start in Germany at the Freak Valley Festival. We end at the Download Festival. How huge is that?
Oh, it's massive.
I mean, and people that don't remember, that's Castle Donington, man.
It is, yeah. It used to be the Monsters of Rock, and when I was a kid, I still have in my studio right now. I've got a Monsters of Rock poster. It's from I don't know, 81. It says AC/DC, Whitesnake, Boys to Cult, Slade.
That was the heavy one.
Yeah, they had 5 bands at this one. Now they have 500.
Exactly,
so.
in one day.
Exactly.
And 38 stages.
Yeah.
How was the turnout last week in New York?
It was good. It was the guy from Napalm, Lewis. It was his wedding reception. So it was sort of a, music industry kind. A lot of his friends in music industry. So it was great. We had a great time. It was a perfect warm-up gig for us. So I got
That's
to meet
killer.
a lot
You guys
of
are
people.
doing weddings and shit now?
Yeah. Just his reception, because it's the Napalm guy. He's the one that's selling. I figured I should go play his wedding because he's going to be selling this record, and I got to be nice and,
Yeah, you owe him, man. You got to do him a solid. But how stoked are you guys to be on Napalm? I mean, they're not fooling around. They got some serious heavy hitters on that label, man.
Yeah, it's definitely an honor to be on the label with someone, I love Monster Magnet. It's one of my favorite bands of all time. Back when I was a teenager, I was rocking Monster Magnet. And then, we're playing with Huntress and at the Download Festival, and we get to meet them for the first time, and I think they're a pretty good band.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, man, they got a lot of good bands. They even like some of the symphonic-y kind of stuff. Like some of that stuff blows my mind. They have this band called Band Canto. Have you seen that band? It's like a cappella.
Yes.
Metal.
It's crazy.
It's great. So yeah, they're an interesting label, and they've been good to us, and they got staff all over the planet just helping us out. And we can just focus on the music and don't have to worry about it. Because before, I used to have to be involved more when working on the business side of it, and I'd rather just work on the music and let them deal with that. So,
exactly.
So it's working out pretty good.
And Anders, after watching some of that live stuff, you and Doza are quietly becoming, well, not so quietly to those that are on board, but you are quietly becoming one of the tightest rhythm sections in all of rock and roll, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, he's solid, man. He's really a solid, pocket drummer, and that's what kind of drummers I like, just a groove drummer, you know. And he just locks in those grooves, and it just feels good, man. It feels real good.
Absolutely. Now tell everybody, because the first thing I messaged you after I listened to that record was, holy shit, goddamn, what the fuck did you do to get that bass sound?
It was just a lot of, it's a nightmare trying to get these sounds, because you know, I'll go through a shitload of mics, I'll go to the music store and I'll buy all these mics. I don't need anything, I don't have this awesome sound, and then at the end of the day, I just break it right back down to just simple, you know, just a simple SM57 shoved up against the cabinet, you know, on the guitars, and then on the bass, I just, you know, mic it a little bit on the cabinet, and then run direct with some like a, see what was it, a woolly mammoth. It was like a woolly mammoth is what I use. And so, yeah, it sounds pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the guitar tones. I'm happy with the drums. I'm happy with all the tones. But I feel like I'm learning a little more each time I record to be a little bit better of an engineer. But I do all this shit in my house. You know, I don't go to a big studio. I can't afford it. I have to do it in my basement. So I think it turns out pretty good for a bass man. I mean, it's not bad. You know.
Fuck no.
It'll
stop with the modest shit, man.
I mean, you know, I look at what I spend on a record, and I look at what Avenged Sevenfold spends on a record, and it's not even close. I mean, it's
just
not
stop.
even in the same ballpark.
Stop.
Yeah.
Dude, we were covering Rock on the Range last weekend, and Slayer played before fucking Avenged Sevenfold, right? And there's like a million hipsters standing at the front of the stage for Slayer. And I'm like, You know what? Fuck this shit. I'm showing them what the fuck it's about. I jump off the fuck, it's like a fucking lunatic. And I'm starting fucking like circle. And they're looking at like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here, Avenged Sevenfold. I'm leaving after Slayer, man.
Yeah, that's a big band. I had no idea how big of a band that was. Like, I don't, you know, I grew up with the stuff I grew up with. I listen to that stuff, and I'm kind of a shit about checking out newer stuff, and that's not even new. That's like been around for a fucking decade or more.
Right.
But I just never really listened to Avenged Sevenfold. But I had no idea how big until we played Download, and I saw they were headlining the whole thing, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this band must be massive.
Yeah, they are, and they did this shit. We were talking to them, and they said shit about Backcountry, you know? I guess that's a song. I said, dude, you don't know nothing about Backcountry. I said, you need to talk about Transylvania County in the heart of Flair country. I said, because there's a little band there called Bloody Hammers that are your Fuzz Lords that you should be fucking worshiping. And they're like, oh, yeah, cool. We'll you know, because they're all proper and shit now.
You got some good interviews there, right?
Oh, yeah, man. Dude, I got suicidal tendencies, dude. I was marking out. I lost my fucking recorder when I jumped off stage from Slayer. And luckily, a great guy, Mitch in Pittsburgh, found it and mailed it back to me.
Oh, that's a good dude right there.
That is, man. Because I thought I was fucked. I was going to hang myself.
Damn, Mike Muir. I can't tell you how many times I spent busting my ass on my skateboard when I was a teenager listening to Join the Army.
I know, man. Dude, like in that rant, when You Can't Bring Me Down, when he starts going off about, you wouldn't know what crazy was, you know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd be up in the room, and like I could have Deicide record blaring and shit. My parents would not say anything. I would start wigging out and doing like the Mike Moore stomp, the Mike Muir stomp, I'm sorry, and
yeah.
You know, just yelling at the top of my lungs, and they're like, what the fuck are you doing up there? Shut up!
Yeah, he's awesome. I'm glad they're back. You know,
killer.
I don't know what the hell he did for the longest time, but it's cool to see him back, man, you know.
Yeah, they were touring with Exodus and Slayer, man. That was the package.
That's a cream dream right there.
There's a lot of broken bones and fractures and sprains, I'm sure. Nice.
Is Rocky still in the band?
No.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm out of the loop.
They got a dude, Dean Pleasance, that's been playing with them since 1997, man. He's doing Infectious Grooves with them, too. He's very good.
Okay. I've been digging that new body count. Have you seen it?
I have. People are getting fucking nuts about that. They're bitching about Ice-T being on Law and Order because of that album.
I mean, the guy's just having a good time. I get it, you know. So, you know, but it's a very funny video. I love the video. I like body count back on First Record.
Oh yeah, man. There goes the fucking neighborhood.
But it's a good tribute to the internet haters, you know.
Absolutely, like that dick messaging me, the one that told me I'm gonna fucking burn in hell because of your. I'm like, dude, that's perfect. Thank you. I hope so. Thank you. I'll be hanging out with Hell's House Band, and you fucking took time to try and shit on it. So any press is good press. Thanks, douchebag.
That's right. Absolutely.
You know? So
hey, what's the guy's name from who's a serious guy you were hanging out with? I forget his name. He hosted
Jose?
Yeah, Jose. Yeah, I saw somebody talking shit on that guy, like on your Facebook. I was like, yeah, I love that. Why? Well, they hating on him.
Yeah, you can't please everybody, man. You know the thing I think is, you know, over there they still gotta. They're not totally free, you know. They can swear and do whatever they want. They can play music with cuss words in them, but they're still getting told what to play, you know. So, I mean, yeah, they do play a lot of the same shit. Like, I think I got banned by requesting Bloody Hammers and Trouble. So I think I'm officially banned from the request line of Liquid Metal.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but
I don't have Sirius. I don't know what's going on. See, I live in the mountains. I don't have anything. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't have it anymore either, man, you know. But no, he was cool, man. He was cool. He had heard of the Pit, so hey, man, we're making waves, so that's what's important. People are finding out.
That is what's important. Absolutely.
So, but you can't please everybody, because then they'll say, you know, I got private message too going, you should have fucking beat that dude's ass. Why? Because he was cool to me?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Like, I should have had my video on the phone, and I just start video and walk up to him and punch him and start beating his ass and talking shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's like, see, I mean, it seems like pretty cool guys here and there. You know, I see people there's a lot of venom on there and a lot of pissed off people. It's like,
yeah, I mean,
people, man.
For sure. And dude, I fucking sang your praises at that festival all last weekend, man. And I had people, the guys in Crowbar are going, oh my God, I gotta hear it. Where can I hear it? And I was pimping your Facebook and all that, you know? So
yeah.
it was well worth it. But if Jose would have said, like, oh, I never heard of Bloody Hammers, fuck them, then I would have had a video of me beating his ass down.
Yeah, so like Liquid Metal. That's just is that hardcore stuff, or is that like Sevenfold kind of like mainstreamy hard rock, or I don't know.
No, you know what? I think that's the Metal Channel, but they have you know, I know his go-to guy is Max Cavalera, which is cool and everything, but there's other people making good music besides Max Cavalera. Yeah,
I just read his book. I got his book. I'm an autobiography junkie. I read everybody's book. I'm reading Greg Allman's book now.
Right.
But yeah, I just finished Max's book. It's a pretty good book, you know.
Yeah, you know, there's a couple things I didn't agree with. A couple of the stories have changed over the years about the Sepultura issue and stuff, which I was like, what? But yeah, I mean, it's a good read nonetheless.
So you checked it out too?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the book I'm looking forward to a lot, and it's supposed to be dropping this fall or winter, is Phil Anselmo's book.
Yeah, exactly. I pre-ordered already.
Yeah. I cannot wait to read that bad boy.
Absolutely. I read Rex's book, the Rex Brown book.
I read Rex's book in about 2.5 hours. I didn't put it down.
It was quick. It was a really quick read. And Paul Stanley's I read in like a day, but it was Rex's book. I was like, I feel like he was giving Vince a little bit too much shit. Like I was like, it seems like, I don't know, like he was like kind of dogging on Vince a little bit, but I don't know.
Right.
What are you gonna do?
Well, you know, everybody, dude, that whole thing, like, Pantera was a band of the people, but I could definitely see where, you know, after things went south and everything, where Vinny could take a little bit of shit, and how he acts now, I'm sure adds to it, you know?
Sure.
So, but other than that, I thought it was a very good read. I'm excited for the Bloody Hammers
I'm glad
book.
people are making music, though, you know? So that's what I care about, you know?
Exactly. Where do you fit in on that, then, when people, because when I talked to Rex, he said something about, you know, maybe getting somebody to play guitar and you know, calling it Pantera, and I said it should be called a tribute to Pantera to preserve everything, the legacy. Anything other than that I don't think is fair, and he got pissed off about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that if it's a tribute, you know, if it's some sort of a, you know, Zakk Wylde or whoever, I mean, he was a pallbearer, right, at his funeral. I mean, so I don't know, like, I think it was if it's some sort of in remembrance time, you know, or some sort of, like, I don't have a problem with it, you know. But if it's, you know, if it turns into a big business where it's just like a cash grab, that's something else. But I don't, you know, it's keeping a guy's legacy alive and remembering a guy. You know, I think that's noble. You know, I can
absolutely.
Get behind that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think Phil let anything. If anything did come of it, I think Phil would fly the flag of integrity very high on that gig.
Oh yeah. Because he's not having a problem packing houses by himself. I just saw it down 2 weeks ago here in Asheville, and house was packed. You know, I was like, well, this guy's doing pretty good with down. Like, you don't need that, you know, that cash grab. If it's anything, it's just some sort of a, you know, a tribute to Diamond, his memory. I think that would be pretty cool, actually.
Absolutely. Hell yeah, it would be. I mean, and Anders, if you think about what you're going up against this month, well, not this month, but the next 3 weeks or so. You got Down came out last week. Crowbar's coming out Tuesday. I Hate God's coming out Tuesday. Under Satan's Sun drops on June 10th in the States. Man,
yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, you guys are going to be tussling it out with Kirk and Crowbar for number one of the year. I'm telling you that now.
I gotta check that record out. I think it's on Pitchfork. I think it's streaming on Pitchfork. I gotta listen to it.
Yes, it's good.
Somewhere.
It's good.
Absolutely.
It's no Under Satan's Sun, but it's heavy. It's brutal, kicking the balls.
Yeah. It's aggressive, right?
Right. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
And where can everyone go, Anders, to find out about the release date of Under Satan's Sun, tour dates, merchandise, all that good stuff for Bloody Hammers?
Right now, it's on the Facebook page. I think that's probably the best, like the Facebook.com/Bloody Hammers. That's just the easiest place for us to update because it's on the phone. We can update it from anywhere. So that's probably the best place to follow.
And you heard it, people. Get there and worship the fucking Fuzz Lords. And let there be no doubt that Anders is the one and only, the original Fuzz Lord. Any and all other pretenders to the throne will be thrown by the wayside.
Death to false Fuzz Lords.
Yes, death to the false Fuzz Lords. So that,
man, that's so good that you're fucking. It's good. It's so good that you got this thing going and you're kicking ass. It's great. I was thinking you had David Vincent on a minute ago, right?
Yeah.
That happened, right? Yeah, that's cool, man.
It's happening, dude. I'm telling you, man. I'm trying, and dude, when you guys fucking, well, you already are way leagues above me. Just kind of let me hang on to the bumper on a little string with tin cans, man, and follow you.
Yeah, you kidding me? And then you got the Trouble thing happen. You got the Trouble. That Trouble gig happened already up to where you're at?
No, June 20th, man.
June 20th, right.
Goddamn Europe. I tried to get you on that show, Anders.
Yeah, I know. We went to fucking Europe. You know, what are you going to do? But
there's no way I can get a frickin' passport validated by then either.
It's going to be a good time. Playing with some great bands over there. We're going to play with Alice Cooper in Czech Republic, which I'm psyched about, you know.
How could you not be?
Yeah. And Sepultura, as you said, playing with them the next day. and Blind Guardian and Dora, all these Twisted Sister. Are you kidding me? All these legends we're playing with. I'm like,
Twisted Sister. Now, I'll tell you what. People can rag on me for this all they want. I'm a metalhead through and through. I like doom, I like thrash, I like death, I like it all.
yeah.
You fucking even fuck with me on some TS, and we're throwing down, man.
That's right.
Because I'll be the first motherfucker there in the front row.
Absolutely. Yeah, he was like one of my huge, vocal. The guy sings like a lion. I mean, what's not to like about D. Snyder? The guy's an amazing voice. So, just playing the same day as this guy, I'm just excited about,
And this is huge. When I seen that you guys were on, on Donington, I like shit my pants. I was like, holy shit.
I did too. And then they asked us, like, we didn't even have to do anything. They came to us and said, yeah, we want Bloody Hammers. I was like, awesome, okay, yeah, we'll do that.
And that makes it all worthwhile. You know you're doing something right.
That's what I think. And, the booker, Andy Copping of the whole booker of Download, I saw on Twitter the other day that somebody asked him, who's some of the new bands to check out or play in Download, and he said Bloody Hammers. I was like, that's cool. That's cool. The head booker of this thing is plugging us for you people. That's awesome. That's good looking out.
He should. Hell yeah. I guarantee you're going to steal the show there. People are going to not know what to expect if they don't know about the Hammers, and you're going to fucking blow their mind and steal the show.
What song can we play for you? What's the song would you want us to play at the Download? We'll do it for you. Dedicate to you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Old or new?
Either whatever you want.
Oh, dude, well, I know you're playing Witching Hour and Black Magic and all that stuff, so I'm going to go new. Dead Man's Shadow on the Wall.
Okay.
That song is fucking violent, Anders. It really is. I mean, that's the Hammers at their best. It's so aggressive, and that bass, and your voice is just eerie, man, like you're fucking throwing out that curse, man,
Yeah, that one's, that's based on a true story here. And here in North Carolina, there's a town right next to where I live, where they hung a man who was claimed his innocence and said he would haunt the town forever. So when they hung him the next morning, there was a shadow of a hanged man on the wall, beside where they hung him, and they painted over it. It would come back. They grew ivy over it. It was still there when they took the ivy down. Finally, they just knocked the building down. It's on the internet. If you Google like Dead Dan Shadow or something like that, it's out there. I mean, it's a story. The whole album is based on like local folklore and stories like that.
Really?
So yeah,
it's all local because I got a real Zodiac feel from the town that dreaded sundown.
Now that's one of the ones. That's based on the 1947 midnight murders that happened in Texarkana, Texas.
No.
Yeah, that's a true crime story there. The guy went on a killing spree down there in Texarkana and never caught him. But
so it's kind of like the Zodiac. I wasn't far off.
Not far off. But then after that, like Spearfinger, the next song, Spearfinger, after that is based on a witch that used to haunt the woods here in Cherokee Native American area, and she had a spear-like finger. She would take the liver of kids lost in the woods, and she had a mouth was stained with blood from the. I mean, it's nasty stories that float around here, And I was like, these songs have to be made into songs. I mean, these stories have to be made into songs. So most of the whole album is based on local folklore and shit like that. So
that's cool. What's the one song on Under Satan's Sun that gave you the most fits writing and trying to get it to sound how you imagined it in your head?
That's the thing is, I try to keep my brain out of these things as much as possible because like I heard Zakk Wylde say one time that he don't write songs; they just kind of flow out of him. Like he's just kind of the vessel for. And I feel that way too. Like they just kind of flow. They just come out of it, and you don't know where they come from. But if you start thinking about it and you get your brain involved, they won't come. They'll stop.
Right.
So you just gotta keep your brain out of it and let it just flow out of you. And that's what most of the album did. I didn't even think about it. I just turned on the recorder and just started fucking around and let it come out of my consciousness.
Voila, masterpiece.
I'm happy with it, man. Hey, I don't feel weird about saying that. I try to be modest, but I really think that's the best album. You think that's the best record? I think, as far as start to finish, as far as the best record, Bloody Hammers record.
It's a culmination of the other two. I mean, it just improves. Like, the self-titled was awesome. Spiritual Relics built upon that. And then this one just frickin' takes it up a whole nother level.
That's what I think, too. I think so, too. But I'm excited to play that shit out there and on the road, man. Now it's just go play it on the road to see what happens.
Hell yeah, in the States, too. And I'm going to have my little fucking UK cronies following you around and make sure that you play Dead Man's Shadow on the wall at download.
Absolutely. Done.
And say In the Pit Radio.
That's right. That's right. Hey, I got my T-shirt.
Did you get it? Good. Thank you for what you sent, too.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
That's killer. So, Anders, now you're going to go do Europe, and you're going to come back. Hopefully the state tour will be figured out by then. So maybe you'll have, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks before you hit the road in the States when you get back from Europe. Should we expect the 4th album to be written in that time?
Yes. Yeah. I figure at least the 6th record would be finished by then.
See, look at that. You're already 2 ahead of me. I like the way you think, man.
No, I think I'm done with records for a while. Now I just got to go play. I think now it's just, you got to get on the road, because the Bloody Hammer started as a studio project, just me, fucking around. I didn't think it was going to happen. I just threw it on the internet and went about my day. But now, it's gotten to the next level, and I feel like I just need to just go play and make it an actual touring entity and a whole band, So that's the goal now, is just to get out there and sweat it out on the road, smell,
and get some worship from all these different cities.
That's right. That's what. And
if they don't, let me know.
Absolutely, you're the first one. I'm telling.
I'll be like the Minister of Defense for Bloody Hammers.
Hell yeah! So, what do you think of the Skull versus the Trouble? Trouble was a big influence. I love Trouble. Back.
Absolutely.
Huge Trouble fan over here. You like you like both things? You like the Kyle Thomas stuff and the new Skull stuff, or?
Yeah, I think that the situation with all the original guys is what it is.
Yeah.
And I think it's a win-win for the fan because the Skull is playing some of the stuff that Trouble's not playing. Right. And Trouble's actually changing their set list up. We were in Chicago in February and checked it out. And I've never seen them sound better. And Kyle, man, a lot of people that are just shitting on it saying, I'm not going because Eric's not there, you're doing yourself such a disservice because Kyle brings it, man. The old stuff, the new stuff, he just puts his heart into it, man, and you can tell.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree.
But it's a win-win for the fans, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the Skull is playing more of the earlier, sort of the early Metal Blade stuff.
They're playing the first 2 records, yeah.
Yeah.
There's not too much off the self-titled or Manic Frustration. There's a couple off of Run to the Light in there. A couple off of Plastic Greenhead. Nothing off Simple Mind Condition, but it's cool. And then Trouble does that stuff too. And I mean, dude, for Lothar and Matt to come into the Skull is some pretty big shoes to fill, man, because that guitar sound, it cannot be replicated.
Yeah.
But they don't do an injustice to it.
The Skull, did they rip out the stuff from the self-titled, or did they just kind of stick with the first couple records?
Dude, they played a couple from Psalm 9, a couple off the Skull, You know,
That's
and then
cool.
sprinkle in Run to the Light, Plastic Greenhead. They did one off of Manic Frustration, one off of the self-titled. Well, no, they did End of My Days, and they opened up with R.I.P., which was killer.
Hey, we're gonna fuck around and do a cover of End of My Days, I think. We jam that at practice all the time, and sometimes you just need an extra song and throw that in there. It's just awesome.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I gotta hear that, dude.
Yeah, that song's awesome. You kidding me? Somebody needs to be doing it. I mean, you know, I figured they were doing it.
Well, the funny thing, Anders, is like Ron and we were sitting in a backstage lounge, and Ron and Eric were writing a set list, and he started off with, and he wrote R.I.P. down, and I'm like, killer. And then I think he wrote something, and I took the piece of paper and crumbled it up and threw it in the garbage. And he's like, what the fuck you doing, man? I'm like, dude, let's sit down and make a fucking killer set list. So they went and did their thing.
I always wanted to hear him do Requiem live. You know, that's one of my favorite tracks. I mean, it's kind of a chill track, but I like it. Off the Plastic Greenhead album.
Oh, yeah. Dude, have you heard the unplugged version?
They did that well. They did a good balance of kind of dreamy kind of stuff, you know, and those little gems on the record. You know, of course they would bring the best grade A doomy stuff, but they would also throw those little gems in there, those little kind of chilled out gems, and that's what I really liked about Trouble.
You got the unplugged record?
I don't have that.
I will send it to you.
Yes, the one with the Corey on it, the guy with the Warrior Soul guy.
No, don't. That's blasphemy, Anders. I mean, seriously, you want to hear At the End of My Days and then hear some fucking douchebag going, salutations from the ghetto nation?
No, I don't want to hear that.
He's a fucking
asshole. I know that's
asshole.
what you're talking about.
Yeah. Fucking, you know what? I don't rag on anybody, but the way he treated the fans and Rick and Bruce, fuck him. If I see that dude delivering my mail next week, I'm fucking fighting him.
Yeah, you got to handle
Eric and the guys did an unplugged album, and I'm telling you, there's a version of Requiem on there that'll blow your fucking mind. You'll be like, whoa.
Nice.
I'll send that to you, man.
Yeah, love to hear it.
I'll send it down to you. But
I'm
if
gonna
you're
be on the plane for
hell
14
yeah, man.
hours.
I'll message you. I'll get your email address and I'll send it to you.
Absolutely, that'd be awesome.
Hell yeah. Well, Anders, I know you got to fucking finish packing, man, and I appreciate you taking a little bit of time out of your days to call our stupid asses. So we'll say thank you. Safe travels to you, and we cannot wait to see you stateside, my friend.